Okay.
Just
Hey
We
everyone,
talked
let's
about it.
hope that we are live on YouTube here.
find, what
Um,
works, what doesn't.
We're getting there.
okay, so it looks like we are live. Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm
Hey
gonna go
guys.
post this in the Facebook group. And so yes, so carry on, Sprite. You were finishing telling us that you were gonna do some new
Yeah, so
products here.
well, I am doing some new products, but guys, don't forget to submit your reviews. Every week we're picking a winner who gets $25 in credit just for telling us how you feel about a product. This week's winner was Brenda Miller. Brenda is from A Touch of Glass Jewelry. She reviewed our Color Light film, and she said, I love this Color Light film. It's easy to work with. Just remember, don't mirror the image and sublimate to the smooth side. She said the film is easy to cut and gives you a completely customizable product. The colors come out crisp and clear, and once the product is placed so that light can transmit through it, the colors just pop. So thank you, Brenda. She won $25 just by telling us how much she likes the Color Light, and I have to say I agree with her. I'm just super stoked about our Color Light film. We're coming up with new ideas for it every single day.
Yes,
So
like Jeff with his mask was pretty
oh my gosh.
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
That was crazy.
Okay, so we are live and it looks like we're good.
Good.
Yeah, so crazy how this is. Okay, so let me ask you this: the shapes. So they're coming in a lot of different shapes now on the outdoor
Yeah.
little, garden stakes and stuff. Is that correct?
Well,
Wow.
the garden stakes, we have a bunch of different sizes. They have the Benelux and the Prague and all the different sizes that they normally have. But the EXT metal, it's not garden stake. They're coming out with just new, basically building signs, and they already are
Which is
pre-drilled.
Cool. Yeah.
So you can just drill them into your building. These are really good.
Where's our large
Like we said, it would be about,
I think I brought it back in.
it's going to last about 3 years outside, 5 maybe, depending on, how much sun, the amount of ink. But just really excited about all this new stuff.
And this is
really
one
cool.
of the latest of the steak version.
Nice.
And it's a little bit larger, a little bit more landscape, rectangular. And I think it would be ideal for house numbers. So I really like it.
Yeah, that's really, really nice.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool. Love it.
So we have some new stuff. We're actually...
well, before you get to that, I sent Sprite on the road teaching at a conference. And just give us a short synopsis of what happened. What kinds of people, what did they learn, what did they say?
All right, so there is a company, Crown Trophy, and they do this big meetup every year. All the Crown Trophy store owners, they get together and they meet, and we did a trade show there. So we set up a nice booth. We pressed a bunch of bag tags for them. It's mainly geared towards awards. So we did a lot of awards in acrylic, a lot of awards in glass, slate, just to show them, how versatile our products are. So remember, always market to who you're selling to. So I knew we were going to a trophy show, so we did a bunch of trophies. I taught a class on Corel. And I also did a demonstration on our acrylic, and it was a huge success. I got stuck in an elevator, which is my greatest fear of all time. So 15 minutes before I had to teach my class, I got stuck in the elevator. So thankfully, I do yoga, so I just breathed through it. But overall, it was a great success. We had great feedback. Everybody loved the acrylic. They loved the glass. And really, that's a product that you're not going to find anywhere else. Our acrylic and our glass, I had so many questions about it because of how good it looks. And they could not believe that it was sublimated because it looks like it has white ink in it, and it doesn't. And so, you know, that glass and that acrylic, I mean, it's an amazing substrate. Oh, good.
I had one comment that Sprite made me think of her class. I also was in Vegas, as I mentioned earlier, and we were able to tour what is essentially the most famous photo lab in Las Vegas, called Cashman Photo. That's the lab that their photographers take your picture when you're at one of the shows, like Celine or something, and then you see your photos outside and you can buy them. And so we went to the lab, which operates late because the shows operate late as well, and they have really a large staff of folks that handle all the shows going on in Las Vegas. And as we walked in, they didn't have a lot of room for display, but they did have a lot of our acrylic on display. And I got to see some very famous folks on our acrylic, and they were ordering, the person, you know, or whatever, was ordering it for themselves to sell. And it was just absolutely gorgeous to see our acrylic there and our glass. So really, really spectacular. And thanks to Cashman Photo, they do just an amazing job with the celebrity photography, the show photography.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. Any other comments before we jump in here, Cheryl?
Okay, let me look.
By the way, Cheryl reminded me that I have not finished my little red project, so I will take care of that very quickly so that you can have, you know, our red color swatch chart. So thank you, Cheryl, for reminding me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay,
right.
I don't see any questions. I am going to go look in the group just in case.
All right.
You know, it's some people are not allowed to comment in YouTube for whatever reason. So I guess they're not members or something. But let me just take a quick look.
Yeah, I probably need someone to teach me how to comment on YouTube. I tried it the other day, and it wasn't obvious where to comment, but okay.
Okay, yeah. So no questions. We're just live here together.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
People are just saying hello and glad they found us, and that we're still live and happy to be here. So, yay.
Okay. Sorry, distractions everywhere. I'm like, ooh, squirrel, you know, shiny things. Let me look at it. Okay.
I'm the same way, guys, so no worries.
I know. We get along well because we're about the same person, I think. Okay, so guys, we have, I'm just so excited. We have all this new drinkware coming out. So I'm going to introduce you guys to 3 new drinkware products today. I'm going to introduce you to a new way to press our tongue tin, and then next week we're going to have even more drinkware available. So we're kind of on a drinkware spree right now, and so be on the lookout. I mean,
so we hope you're thirsty is the point.
In a good way, not in a bad way. All right, so the first thing is this cup, and this is Cup 17SS. This is on our website. It's available to order now. It will ship next week. This is a steel cup that has a polymer injected mold, so it's extremely durable. I've actually pressed it, taken scissors to it, and scratched it. And I mean, I literally had to like gouge into it in order for it to scratch. And even with the scratch, the image was still there. So
so instead of doing a coating like on a mug is a coating, you know, you got ceramic, then you got your glass glaze, then you got your sublimation coating. This essentially is a piece of steel drinkware with basically the high temperature polymer molded to the outside. So it's a very different technology than we're used to, and we really like it.
Yeah, really, really like it. So it is dishwasher safe. It's not microwavable because it is steel. So there's a couple of ways that we can do this cup. So we can do a full bleed from top to bottom in the oven, which requires a sleeve. And also a gold tape, which I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And you can also do it in the DK3T, but you're not going to be able to go full top to bottom. You're going to have a little space on the bottom, a little space on the top, and that's because the heating element on the 3T is not long enough to cover the entirety of the cup, or of the tumbler, excuse me. So let's talk about this gold tape. Okay, so we have introduced this new gold tape. It's our gold premium tape. It's item 54150. It's $6.99. It's 36 yards on a roll. The reason that we have this new tape, it's thinner. It conducts heat better. So I did some experiments with it. And where's the other piece? And just to show you guys kind of like the visual how this tape is better. So I don't know if you can see this, but this top line here was where we used our tape. And if you can see the white, so it doesn't really sublimate all the way through. And you can see here on the transfer how, it kind of just, it doesn't allow the heat to conduct all the way through to make a good image. So the new tape is this here, and it is completely sublimated through. There's a complete black, so you're not going to run the risk of this happening. So what I did is I just ran tape over the back of the artwork, pressed it to a piece of hardboard just to see, how conductive the heat tape actually is. And so from all that testing, we have concluded that this gold tape it's a premium tape. It's it just conducts heat a little bit better. And if you're going to do these cups, you're going to need the tape.
Yeah, we went on a search some time ago to solve some of these issues that we were experiencing with all the new products we're bringing out. And this was one of the tapes that we tested. And mainly we tested because we knew it had to be thinner to conduct heat better. And we really hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
I mean, actually have been using it for a long time, and I love it. That's a great tape. It really is.
There you go. Fantastic. Yep. All right. So yeah, it retails for it's $6.99. 36 yards. So you're going to get a lot out of it. Okay, so we're going to do the full bleed first, and I have my template. This is already set up in on our website. So I'm just going to take it and wrap it around. I'm going to take one piece of gold tape and run it this way, and then I'm going to tape my seam all the way up and then all the way down. So I have my seam taped, and now I'm just going to run a couple of pieces over the top just to keep my image from slipping and from there being any type of ghosting or anything like that. Okay, just a couple pieces. All right. I'm going to kind of squish the top a little bit. And now I'm ready to put my sleeve on. So if you guys watched yesterday, I ripped the sleeve and I had issues taking it off. And the comments were, well, if Sprite's having issues with it, it must be hard to do. I ripped the sleeve, so I probably should have gotten another one, but I'm going to show you guys it's not that hard to do. I've been using this sleeve all day, so I think I've used it probably about 5 times. We recommend that you use the sleeve once every 5 to 8 cups. Use your discretion. If you're easy with it, you can make it last 15 cups. We do have an offer right now on your first order of your first 5 cup 17SS. You're going to get 1 free sleeve wrap, or I'm sorry, sleeve.
How much are the sleeves?
So They go from anywhere from $1.40 to $2.02. So they're about $2.
Okay.
All right. So your first order of 5 of our pint tumblers, you get 1 free wrap. All right. So we're just going to put it on there. And I do have fingernails, so I have to be careful. That's what happened yesterday, is I actually pierced it with my fingernail. But as you can see, it's just real easy. You kind of roll it on. And
like
there we go.
Putting on nylons.
Exactly. That's better than what most people have been saying it's like. All right, so now we're just going to put it in the oven. We're going to put it for 400 degrees at 7 minutes. So you want to make sure that your oven is tall enough so the top of your cup isn't coming into contact with the oven. All right, so we have 7 minutes. All right, in the interim, let's do it in the DK3T. Okay.
I love that oven. That's our Cuisinart brick oven, which I don't think they make them anymore, but we really like them. There's a bunch of ovens out there.
Yeah, and we're actually we're in the process of looking at ovens to offer. So
yeah, I think the oven that also we use is that Wolfgang Puck pressure oven.
Yeah. Okay, so this particular mug or this particular tumbler is going to have 3 different templates. So you're going to have a full bleed template for the oven. You're going to have a full wrap template for the DK3, and then you're also going to have a production template. So if you were to put just a monogram on there, or you don't want to have to turn it, because this is going to take 7 minutes to cook in the DK3T, because we're going to have to turn it and cook it again. So we'll talk about that a little bit.
And that trick is great for when you're doing water bottles, for instance. Put your transfer all the way around so it's a full bleed wrap around, and then halfway through the cycle, rotate it 180 degrees, put it back in, and continue cooking. And the difference is amazing to have a full wrap water bottle.
All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing that we did earlier. I'm just going to tape my seam up, and then I'm just going to tape the top maybe twice, just to make sure that it doesn't slip down and I don't get any of that ghosting. All right, so I've got it in there. I'm going to take a piece of protective paper.
Now, if you'll notice, we're going to use protective paper in here, but not in there, because the sleeve is somewhat disposable as it gets ink on it, which it will. But in our DK3T, DK3, obviously we need to make sure that we're not getting ink on the green pad.
All right, guys. So I have this set at 400 degrees for 3.5 minutes. So I've already set the angle of the back circumference and the angle of the top circumference to match my cup. I'm going to do it seam face out. And that way I know when I turn it where, how far I've turned it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use heavy pressure here. Make sure my cup is in enough. About a heavy to medium pressure, 400 degrees, 3.5 minutes. When that's done, we're going to flip it about a third of the way, and then we'll press it again for 3.5.
Yeah, for folks that already have some sort of tapered mug press out there, this product should work just fine. You may have to do one to figure out what your correct time is. Again, the best way to do that is to do your first transfer as a solid black, and that way you're going to be able to see exactly where you can hit, on the mug and where you can't.
Yeah.
And then if you're getting a good deep rich black, you're dialed in. Black that turns brown, then you're overcooking.
3 minutes. All right.
So what time are we here?
We have 3 minutes left. Okay. All right. So the next thing that we have are our new polymer mugs, and we have it available in a travel mug, which has this nice lid that snaps open and closed to stop any leakage. And we also have just a regular 11-ounce mug. Now, because these are plastic, you have to purchase an aluminum insert with them. So the pink insert is for the mug, and the blue insert is for the travel mug. And you do have to use the blue one with the travel mug and the pink one with the mug. The height is a little bit different, and the circumference of the inside is a little different as well. So these go for about $6.50 a piece for the inserts. And this is something you can use over and over and over again. You do not have to wait for it to cool in between presses. So you can take it out. You can immediately put it in your next one, put it in the press, and you're ready to go.
Handle it with gloves because it's going to be very hot.
Very much so.
Now, and
all right.
Are you going to do that? Are you going to do that in the mug press?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So you cannot do these in an oven because they are plastic. And, you know, this is holding the form of the circle, but if you put it in the oven, what's going to happen is the integrity of your handle is not going to hold up, and so it's going to start to melt. So these are going to have to be done in a mug press, you know, with the insert attached or in it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And one of the things is these products we used to sell many years ago, and they were, but the supplier ultimately went out of business, and we've been seeking another quality supplier, and we found it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really like these. Yeah, I really like these. They're easy to do. You know, you do them at a low temperature, so they turn out really, really good. All right, so I just used my gold tape again. Like I said, it's my preference now, so I've been using it. I have a couple seconds left. 40. Okay, I got a couple seconds left on this one. So as soon as this beeps, we'll turn it about a third of the way, and then we'll press it for 3.5 minutes again.
I just did a video on a wine glass, showing how to do a wine glass, and I was telling them about that tape, so it's kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah, love that tape.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's get our other one out. Okay. So I've had a few burns in the past couple of weeks, so I'm being very careful, and I'm using my welding gloves. All right, so you just take it out and you just roll it down. And if you guys saw me do this yesterday, I had issues with it, but like I said, I had already ripped the wrap. As you can see, it's not that hard to take off at all, just like that.
By the way, I did get Sprite some great burn cream.
He did, yes.
Thank you, David,
I'm not I'm not the most agile person in the world.
Oh, I would disagree.
So there we go. Look at that.
That is gorgeous. Great
all
job.
The way. And then it even sublimates the bottom. So you really have that full top to bottom sublimation. It looks great.
And that's the metal one, is that right?
Yes, this is
it.
the Cup 17 SS.
Yeah,
this is
love it.
stainless steel
Beautiful.
with a polymer injection.
Love it.
All right.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, completely new technology in drinkware as far as I can tell.
Okay, is that gloss or a matte finish?
It's a matte finish. So, which I actually really, really like that it's a matte finish. So there is, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's really not a high gloss finish on it. But this is scratch proof. You know, I had somebody yesterday tell me to throw it against the wall. You're not going to break this. I mean,
That's
this
awesome.
thing it's stainless steel.
So we have a lot of comments. Wow, pretty. Love that.
Good. So, and something like this, I mean, if you have your artwork on it and you're selling a cup with your artwork, you could go anywhere between $20 to $30. If you're putting a monogram with a photograph or a collage of photographs on it, you can go anywhere between $40 and $50, depending on your market, depending who you're selling to. This cup is fantastic.
Okay, so Sprite, do me a favor and put that up.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a regular glass, like maybe a travel one, that you could put that next to, just so people can see the height of it?
Okay. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. So this is our travel mug SS.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And so it's just a little bit smaller. It's a 17-ounce cup. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's great. That's really nice.
Is that right?
I don't remember.
Super. Yeah, so that's great. Alice says she thought that they were smaller than that. Yeah, that's a nice size.
Yeah, no, this is it's a pint tumbler, so it holds a pint. So, we're from Alabama, and so
be just about ready.
Yeah, so the main thing I keep hearing is this would make a great mint julep cup. So, all right, guys. Okay, so here it is, our one from our DK3T, and I'm just going to take the tape off. Nice and warm.
And now, which one is this one?
So this is the one that I did in the mug press.
Okay, same.
So this is not.
Ounce.
I wonder if we could get by with a little bit shorter time.
I don't know. Possibly. I tried it at 3, and it just... All right, so here you go. Ooh, nice and warm. So you can see the difference. This one is going to have a little space at the top and a little space at the bottom, but you're still getting that full wrap.
Right, nice.
And you can make your artwork match, so it has that seamless look to it. So either way, you're going to do it in the oven, do it in the DK3T. Either way works great. It's just a great product. It really is. It's so easy to do. And then if you're not doing a full bleed, if you are just doing it, just doing a monogram or just doing one side, then you would just cook it for 400 degrees, 3.5 minutes. All right.
Perfect.
So we have our polymer travel mug, and this is a 15-ounce mug. This is specially formulated polymer. It's dishwasher safe.
Microwave
safe as well, yes. So just taped our image to it. We have our insert in there. Use a piece of protective paper, not this one.
Yeah, I had one of these for years and years because I loved them, because I want something that I can put in the microwave, and I want something that, definitely is not fragile. So I've always loved these.
Okay, so the 17-ounce pint tumbler, is that item number cup 17SS? I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I didn't know if Alice was asking that as a question or not. Is this the 15-ounce travel mug with black lid? She's asking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So this is the Polymug 15A-T. Okay,
perfect.
And the insert that goes with this is ATS 03A, so ATS 03A. But if you go to the Polymug, the inserts will come up with it. Okay, so I'm using a medium to light pressure. I want to get good contact, and I'm doing it at 375 degrees for 5 minutes.
And then when you put something like this in your press, along with like the stainless steel travel mug, you do want to make sure you don't let the press hit the handle, because ultimately the press is going to be hot and it'll leave a mark on the handle. So you'll just carefully maneuver as you're closing it to make sure that handle is in the center. Yeah,
and so the travel mug, you're going to do the exact. I'm sorry, the mug, you're going to do the exact same way. You are going to have to adjust your pressure because the mug is a little bit smaller in circumference than the travel mug. But other than that, exact same instructions, 375 degrees, 5 minutes. Okay, let's talk about our Tum 10. So Condi, we have figured out that our new sleeve wraps will fit our Tum 10. So you can now do the Tum 10 with the sleeve wrap in a convection oven. So for the longest time, we have not had a wrap for the Tum 10. We've been looking for one. And so I'm really excited now that the sleeve is actually going to work. And so we're going to do this the same way that we did our stainless steel cup. We're just going to do it for a little bit longer. So I have my, my image, and I'm just going to tape it on there. And once, you know, anytime you do a latte mug like this, your image can slip. So make sure you tape it, you know, securely to your mug. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. Nice piece down the center.
And that also has a handle to go, I mean
a lid.
Lid to go with it.
And I have quite a few over here. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a great product to have in your car with you or wherever with the lid. It's also going to, of course, be microwavable. So just a classy, you know, feels substantial.
And what is that made of?
This is sort of
it's ceramic.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
So it'd be classified as a ceramic latte tapered mug with lid. Very classy. You know, generally would sell for a nice premium.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, I have my seam taped, and I have a couple of pieces around the top, and that's just to keep my image in place. So
now, normally there's a stopper in the bottom, right?
Yeah, there's.
And so you would remove the stopper while you're pressing, because this is an insulated, double-walled product.
Yeah. All right, so we're just going to put our sleeve on there, just like we did originally. We're going to make sure, you know, we get it all the way on. I have fingernails. That's what happened yesterday, is I got my fingernail in the wrap, so do be careful about that. Like I said, you can use the wraps anywhere between, you know, 5 to 10 times, depending on how, you know, how easy you are with them. You know, they are like resistance bands, but you can break them.
So I just had somebody comment that they were just asked about that type of cup, and she needs it yesterday. Well, she said need it now. So
which the Tum 10 or the steel ones?
Yep. Uh-huh. Is the die sub 10 ounce white travel tumbler with a lid? Does that come with the lid?
Yeah, yes. It does come with the lid. 9.5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put this in here for 9.5 minutes at 400 degrees.
Let's talk about, real quick about ovens. One thing that is absolutely critical with an oven, that you have an internal thermometer. You cannot do things reliable in the oven without an internal thermometer. None of the ovens are accurate enough to do that. So please get you one. I wonder where we got ours. You know, so probably on eBay, something like that.
David, I have to share this with you. I went to, you know, we just recently moved into our home, and anyway, I said, you know, I need to, I was at this really cool store, and I saw them. I saw one of, you know, the inside oven thermometers, and so I picked it up. And I put it into our oven, and I want you to know it was 50 degrees off. It was. Gotcha. So, you know, if I'm putting it at 400, it's 350. Well, you can't blame my cooking.
Go ahead and unveil it. And I would say that for whatever reason, heat presses are far more accurate out of the box, so to speak, than ovens. I mean, it's tremendously weird why ovens are so far off.
But 50
All right,
degrees
guys.
is a lot.
Yes.
Oh,
A
beautiful.
whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is propane, so I don't know if that really makes a difference or not.
I don't think it'll make any difference. It's a calibration issue.
All right, guys. So
Beautiful.
as soon as I took this out of the press, I immediately took the insert out and I dipped it into lukewarm water.
Okay.
So with this being plastic, you don't run the risk of having thermal shock like you would with a ceramic mug.
Yeah.
What happens? You keep the image on. Well, you keep the image on,
Okay.
and then when you place it in the water, it immediately stops the sublimation process, and it also sets the plastic so that it does not warp.
Yep.
So I have, a nice circle that I can fit my lid in, no problem, and I'm not going to have any leakage or any issues at all. So
so you'll leave the form in it and the transfer on, put it in lukewarm water. And by the way, on mugs, ceramic mugs, I recommend now that you put a fan across it to air cool the mugs. Enough people out there just aren't disciplined to do that right, and putting a mug in cold water will cause it to fracture. So I just say, hey, just air cool it. Now, you can put it on top of a cool plate, and that helps a little bit. I love my cool plate.
Yeah, and marble works well.
Yes.
Also, marble is a very good conductor or heat absorber. All right, guys, I'm going to do this one. Same thing, 375 degrees, 5 minutes with my form in there.
Nice. Okay, so Barbara is asking, has anyone used a laptop fan for cooling? And I certainly have. And it works nicely. But
I was in Las Vegas for the week, and what they do is they have these mist fans.
Oh,
and
nice.
They put out cool air by just throwing a little bit of water into the air. Pretty cool.
Wow.
They had those when I was at Disney World, and it didn't help.
Yeah.
But that might be standing in line for 10 hours, too.
Yeah, right.
And you paid for that privilege, didn't you?
I loved it. Every minute of it. Time? 5.5 minutes. Okay. All right, guys. So we're doing this one. We have our Tungsten in our oven. We have about 5 minutes left on that one. So we have about 4 minutes left on this. So let's talk about some stuff. We have trade show coming up August the 2nd through the 4th. That's NBM Long Beach. It's one of our biggest ones. We're going to have our marker booth there. David's going to be teaching his class. Doug's going to be teaching his class. We have Christmas in July all month long. So we're going to be doing month-long flash sales on our website. We'll have weekly Christmas presents. So that's a free item when you spend $100 or more. And also watch for our special Christmas-themed art pack. So, get on our Facebook, get on our Twitter, get on our website, check us out. You can win a lot of good stuff.
So I had a couple things real quick about the show. So, as usual, folks that are able to attend our classes will walk away with a $25 Condi coupon. So, take advantage of that. And, as usual, Cheryl, what's going to happen to the first fortunate, lucky person that walks up and says...
They are in my Facebook group. They get a $25 credit. Yay!
Absolutely. So I always look forward to that. I know we've got a lot of Southern California folks, and so take advantage of this. On the classes, everything's free. Some of the other shows, show organizers charge, but everything's free, so take advantage of it. If some of your members are going to be able to go to the show, come by our booth and all that, and they're, wanting to see something special, different, more or less, whatever, let us know now, because we are in full prep mode and maybe we can accommodate. Maybe your folks will have a great idea of how we can improve the Condi experience in our booth and the class for that matter. So certainly welcome suggestions. again, we've done shows for a long time, done the classes for a long time, and always looking for fresh ideas.
Well, and then the next one you're going to be at is the MBM in Secaucus, right? Yeah, so we're going to be doing a live Facebook event from there. So we want you guys to come in and join us. It's going to be fun, and use people from the group in there. It's pretty fun.
Well, we're going to try. The show is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Right.
And so we will do our best to, of course, do something on Thursday. And so, it'll be, let's see, what time would that be? It would be
we do ours on Friday. We always do ours.
Oh, excuse me. I'm mixed up on my days. I'm thinking the first day of the show. So it would be Friday,
right.
1 p.m. California time.
Yeah.
And so if you're around then, come on by. We'll do our best to pull it off. So I think it's a lot of fun. I think my class is Friday at 8 a.m., California time. So I believe, and the show opens generally at 10 a.m., runs through probably 5 p.m. for every day except Saturday. I think Saturday stops at 3 or 4, something like that.
That's awesome. Okay.
So maybe even come by the show and show us something. We'll get you on camera or whatever. Show us what you've done. Let us in person share with others some of the great products. I mean, that's the name of the game. I love seeing what you folks are doing because it's so creative.
Well, and
just
David,
amazing.
Yeah, usually does the live Facebook from whatever show he's at in the group. So make sure that you go to the one in California. Tell him you're part of the group and you'd like to be a part of the show. And, Yeah,
I just saw to show up. So we may do the live Friday from our coloring booth.
That's fun.
That's something new and different, sort of fun. So, again, the idea is have fun, learn, educate, pick up new ideas, new concept. But my favorite reason for going to a show is what you can do to share with each other.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So just real quick to show you. So I'm immediately dropping the insert out and placing it into the...
You're not going to leave the insert in, I guess, because there is no lid.
Right. And you can use the insert again with it being hot. So, you don't have to worry about that. And so once it's been dipped in the water, the sublimation has stopped. The plastic has set. I have a nice round cup and... Okay.
David, Barbara Kelly says she went 20 years ago to your class in Nashville.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
We go.
Who said that again, Cheryl?
Barbara Kelly.
Wow, Barbara. Why don't you do this? Shoot me an email just helping remember what in the world I did, what I said, how was it. We actually love Nashville, and they took it off the schedule for this year. But my family and I, we very much look forward to going to Nashville, and hopefully, we'll go back there. I think it was the ISS people that recently were going, and they for whatever reason switched to another city. I think these trade show organizers sort of are sometimes swayed by these cities that come in and pitch to them, and so it's not necessarily what is where the people go. It's just sort of what their pitch is. At any rate, because next year we're going to some interesting new cities.
Oh, cool! Can't wait to hear.
All right, guys. So this is our Tum Tin with the sleeve wrap. Look at that! Doesn't that look great?
That's gorgeous.
And it's a $2 sleeve wrap. You're going to use it a couple times.
Could you have gone further up and further down?
Yeah. Yes, sir, I could have. And that's another good thing. So I just discovered that I'm able to do this today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-evaluate my template for the Tum Tin and make it go all the way to the top and the bottom so you can have a nice full cover image like you would here. So these sleeves
Very cool.
are just so cool. You know, they take the
And
place
very
of the die
cost
wrap.
effective.
Exactly. They take the place of the die wrap, which, you know, you're going to spend $30, $40, $50 on. So there you go.
Yeah, and you know, if this continues to work out, I'm sure we'll find more uses for this, even with, say, some normal mugs. So really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really
really
cool.
awesome. You did great, Sprite, as always. Well, let me just say this. Yes, yay! So, David, you know, since we're, first off, last week, we were supposed to be giving away one of the boxes for Christmas. Okay, well, so what happened was, and you said, you know, try to do it with new members and people who have printers and presses. And so what I did was I put in there 1 to 100, you know, pick a number. And then, you know, well, we had 400. So it didn't quite work out. So I haven't done anything with that yet. And I'm going to redo it. But anyway, I have to think of a way to accommodate all these new people. And we've added about 1,000 in the last, I don't know, week and a half, and still have 7,000 to go. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It just, you know.
That's amazing.
But,
that's great.
So
but I
let's
have to
do this.
Let's
add to your misery by giving away another box.
Oh, yes. That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay, that's
so
really cool.
you need to get your math skills straightened out there, and let's give away another box.
Okay, well that would be too much fun.
And again, you know, going back to what we talked about initially on the acrylic and glass, you know, try some of the glass. Little was our smallest, like a 5x7 piece. They're just gorgeous.
I would like to show, I know that others that were here saw this, but I would like to show Sprite what I did on one of the Christmas ornaments. Can you see that?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it so came out gorgeous. And the thing is, it's if you guys don't have this acrylic white, oh my gosh, get it. It presses like nothing I've ever seen. It's truly amazing.
You know, as long as you have that light pressure, you are not going to have any issue with it at all. I mean, I'm so excited. The bag tags look amazing. The car coasters look amazing. Yep. We're just this coating, this new coating that we're using on our acrylic and our glass is just
incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible, and you're not going to find it anywhere else. You know, that's our coating. You know, we're really excited about it. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, and you know, at the photo conference that I taught at, the hit was the acrylic with the markers, and so you know, no photos, no camera used in the production of this. So you know, you got lots of choices with all these products to you know, find, you know, your niche, your value there. So you know, what a great world. And you know, from a standpoint of what you're doing when you make these beautiful gifts, is you're making a keepsake most of the time. And you know, for the amount of money that a person's going to spend on this, as opposed to how much does a Starbucks latte cost or something, I don't know, $4, $5, $6 something. You're making with a Christmas ornament that you may sell for $20, $25 there. That's a lifetime keepsake, and so I think it's fun to be in the business of making ways to preserve a memory, you know, pass something on from generation to generation, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, and to be, you know, specific in your market. I mean, you know, they baby's first Christmas, or first Christmas is husband and wife, or you know, there's so many different ways to market. I mean, you know, you guys have such great ideas, and please continue to share them with us. don't forget, you can win $25 Condi credit just by submitting a blog. Let us know what you're doing. Go to submitablog@condi.com.
Well,
Tell us
I
what
want
you're
to share
doing.
something else with you guys because I did a post in my group and said, for anyone that's interested in a sawgrass printer or heat presses, our group gets discounts. And I have it on the banner. We tell people, well, if I tell you that in probably within 2 hours, maybe 3, I had 75 private messages. Then the next day, 50 plus, and then the next day, which was today, another 25. And I'm telling you, I haven't even been able to go through them all. But I mean, it's amazing. So it's just it's exciting because as we continue to add, most of these people, 80% of them are not in the sublimation world, and so they're coming in mostly from the vinyl world, and they're excited about jumping in and getting a printer and a press, and it's
Good.
exciting. So
Good.
yeah, we're really
and
excited.
one thing to remember for the folks that are maybe coming from Silhouette or whatever is, I tell everybody, use the software that you know.
Yes.
So don't think you're intimidated that you need to use whatever we're talking about. Use what you know to get started, and you may never change. That may get the job done forever. You can certainly learn about some of the software like Corel that we've grown to love. Certainly help you, but use what you know.
Yeah, I mean, in the Silhouette Design Studio, you can do, anything, just about anything you can do in Corel. And also our templates for our products, they work in Silhouette. The PNG file will import into your Silhouette. And so, take advantage of it. I mean, like David said, you don't have to spend the money on Corel if you're just getting started. Work with what you have.
Yes.
Use the Silhouette, because I know a lot of you guys out there are so good at Silhouette. It blows my mind. So, stick with what you know. But you're also going to find that if you start working in Corel, it's pretty similar to all of the other graphic software programs. So, when you get really good at Silhouette, or you get really good at Photoshop, that's actually going to transfer over into Corel, and you're going to have a better understanding of how these software programs work. So,
okay, so we have a question, a suggestion on how to take photos to show on Facebook so they show the best. And so maybe someone over there can give suggestions.
You mean like a product photograph that you want to post to Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we can do a demo on that. We actually have a photo lab upstairs. We have, I can show you how to do it with the lighting, how to do the angle so you don't get the flash. We can do a whole video on that if that's what you guys want to
do. It.
But I will say this, and again, we have lots of toys to help, our folks here. But with that said, don't forget that some of the best photographs that you take of products are taken in an environment where the product is going to be used. A nice table, desk, things in the background, a natural environment, so to speak. Personally, I like that the best.
I mean, you can do it that way. There's still going to be some lighting things that you're going to want, to eliminate shadows. But, you may also want only your product on there, and then, I can show you.
And add a background, so.
Yeah, exactly. And so
I'm with you.
We can do a Photoshop video on deleting the background and adding a different one, or, so, cool. All right, so next week we'll talk about photographing products.
I'll also say this, that we're shooting this video with an iPhone 10. And the iPhone 10 has a photo mode called Portrait. And I really didn't know what it was, but a lot of people kept saying for me to try it.
It's
but
amazing.
it uses its dual lens camera system to essentially cause the foreground object to be 3D. It looks amazingly good. So in a product shot where you do have some sort of background, I've never seen anything like it. Now in the Samsung world, there's probably an analogous phone that does exactly the same thing. I'm just not knowledgeable. But, you know, look on your phone when you are taking pictures, if you're going to take it with your phone, and just look for the proper camera mode for something that's going to do the best.
Well, yeah, I finally got a brand new phone yesterday because I had to. I got the iPhone 8 Plus, and it has that portrait. So,
awesome.
Yay!
Yeah, I remember that the 8 Plus had the same camera as a 10, and so you'll have to take some pictures around your place, product shots, things like that, and then chime in on your experiences.
And I actually think that you can even delete the background when you take a photo on the new iPhone.
It does look like does look like it intelligently understands what the foreground object is.
Yeah.
And I stumbled across that. I'm going, you know, what does this mean? You know, how would I use it? When would I use it? So what I need to do is I need to find the Cheryl of iPhone 10 camera and go join her group to learn all about it.
And
okay, so Rona is saying, what's the special on the SG printers? Looking for one. So Rona, if you will private message me, I will send it to you. We get a group discount with Condi, and anyway, so just private message me, and you got it. They always have great specials, and we do.
Yeah, you know, and why do we sell like the SG 400, 800, and why do we sell great presses? And the best way we can ensure success with sublimation is you start with good equipment. If you've got good equipment, then that's a great start. Then it's a matter of setting you up properly with the Condi ICC profiles. Then we, of course, got our Pharma videos, about 1,500. We've got our great tech support. But I think one of the best resources here at Condi is your Condi rep. They are quite knowledgeable about, you know, the do's and don'ts, how things go together, making sure that you're getting what you need. And so, you know, let's say you submit an order online, you can always add a comment for your Condi rep to touch base with you, you know, to check on a few things here. And I would always chime in and say, hey, what samples are available for me to try? We want to grow your business, and one of the best ways to do that is to get you to step out of your comfort zone and try new products.
Okay, that's right. So we are, well, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sprite.
No, that's fine, go ahead.
Okay, we are going to wrap it up, but I just want to say that we'll give one box to, I'm going to put whatever number out there, so we'll put one for people who didn't get a box that would like to be a part of it, and then one for brand new people. So anyway, thank you both for sharing your Friday afternoon with us. Sprite, as always, you did amazing. Thank you. Yes. Totally awesome. Totally awesome. You really rock it for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
We just thank you guys so much. We just thank you for always, you know, being a part of us.
Everybody have a good weekend, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
Bye,
Take care. Bye.